Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough to be doing it to. I'm Bushka on Blitz, and today I'm back with another tanking video. Yesterday we had a little look at the Isakaze, the Japanese destroyer in World of Warships Blitz, which you should be playing. You should also be subscribed to the channel, which seems to elude some of you because I constantly see massive amounts of views from people who aren't subscribed. So click that subscribe button, subscribe now, and then you get updated every time I do a video, and you also get updated when I'm doing live streams, which I just got off today. We had a great live stream. We had 350 people watching at one point. Lots of stuff going on, lots of fun, lots of giggle. This is a video on Wolfpack. Oh, watch this KV2. How slow is that shell velocity? This is a video on Wolfpacks. Wolfpacks is when you get two really fast tanks and you work together in concert to bring down a common foe, notably the red guys. I qualify that with the fast tank part, but you can do it really in anything. But when you're doing it like in 2 IS-7s, it feels more like focus firing. And when you're doing it in 2 Draculas, it feels loosey-goosey and very, very exciting. Now, I'm using the Drac because I ran a Drac platoon with my good mate Rich Leica MP, or Rich Raff, actually he's called now. He changed his name. The artist formerly known as Rich Leica MP. And we had a great time. We had a great lot of giggle. And the basic premise behind Wolfpacks is as simple as it sounds. You take 2 guns, you put them on one target, and you focus fire and finish them off one at a time, and then move on to the next guy. And you saw we cleared that Tiger, and then the T-150, and then the KV-2, and now we're focus firing on the T-43. Very simple stuff. This is the one thing, when used in concert with voice chat, that will up your win rate more than anything else. If you play with a mate, and you say, we're going to shoot that tank there, and you both shoot them at the same time, hey presto, you will suddenly get a better win rate. The hardest part with doing this is continually maintaining that focus and not going off script. And I go off script all the time because I've played 35,000 games and more maybe, and I get bored. So I want to do something a little bit different, but the basic premise is we're hunting together. It's a wolf pack, and a wolf pack hunts together, and you know, whatever. And you're going to see me and Rich do this game in, game out. We're also talking on voice chat, and that's going to become very evident with some of the maneuvers we make later on in the piece. The reason I really like this is it allows you to be a little bit more aggressive, but be aggressive together. Because generally if I was doing this and I was on my own and I ran into any form of tank, 1-on-1, I may win, but I'm going to take hit point damage doing it. But if it's 2-on-1, I'm unlikely to win, and I'm going to take I'm going to do very little damage back. The Dracula, for those of you who are wondering, is a tank that was available in an event. It is a very, very odd tank. It's got it doesn't have a very good gun for range, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. It's exceptionally quick, really, really fast. And it's got amazing acceleration, good gun depression, fairly decent damage per minute numbers, and absolutely horrific armor. And that means that you are more or less in a tank that can do lots of good things, but also takes a whole lot of damage. But it's perfect for our purposes here, because what we're doing here is trying to figure out working together. And I'm just telling Rich who I'm focused on here. I've got an easy target. I don't need any help. There's no point both of us being here. It's like this guy's side scraping. I'm just edging out to get shots on him. And Rich is telling me that he's moving back to the right. And even though we're not directly sitting here together, we are staying in communication. And now Rich is going to say, you know, I need a little bit of help. Can you get moving? And of course, I start moving across the map. And this is where the key for using this kind of tank comes in. It's really quick. It means you can relocate. It means you can hook up with your partner again and start moving together. And you can see Rich runs into a building, which slows him down, and I run into a Tiger P, which slows me down. So we end up getting there at roughly about the same time. But we then start moving together to flank around and get rid of these guys. And we're bringing 2 guns to bear. And that is exceptionally cool. And it also means you've got 2 sets of eyes. So while you are sitting there, you're on Discord. We use Discord for these purposes. And this is so obvious to a lot of you guys. And I understand that, but it's a fun thing to talk about. And this is why you really play the game. And if you're playing the game to play with a mate, then you want to be in a wolf pack and you want to be talking through things and you want to choose targets and you want to successfully play, play mediums and lights like this. And they're very fast and they're a lot of fun. And, we're calling targets as we go. And Rich is saying, what about that AMX? He said, what about the AMX like 4 times? And we knocked him back every single time. But we eventually figure out that he is the one that we should try and kill. And so you can see, I go down here, get one into the AMX, push across. Here comes my good buddy in the wolf pack. He puts a shot into him. I put another shot into him. And it's done. And it's that simple. And it's not about playing amazingly well. It's about using your words and saying, AMX. Then he says, coming. And then I go, shooting him. And then he turns up and shoots him too. That's it. VK30. And I go, coming. And Rich goes up and misses him. But that's all right. Because I'm going to hit him. And Rich is going to get him on the next reload. This is Wolfpack Tactics 101. And the especially good thing about using these fast tanks is you can be aggressive in a pairing. And if you run into anything under 2 tanks and under, you can rip in, because you're focused and you can pour your fire in on one target and not muck around. And if you run into 1 tank, well, good night, Saigon. They are absolutely wrecked. Now, this is 24 seconds into the game. I've seen a Tiger 2 in their spawn because this tank is incredibly quick. I've got Rich with me. I've got a T44 here. We're going. And you can see our heavies are pushing up on the left hand at the top of the screen. Rich, me, and the T44 are going to absolutely get stuck in. Now, one of the things you're going to note as we go through this that is also really important is we share hit points. And if one of us is in strife, the other one can tank a bit, and you'll say, I'm going this guy, and they'll say, wait, don't go him. I've got more hit points. Let me take a hit. And that way you can turn 1,250 hit points into as close to 2,500 hit points at tier 8 as you can possibly get. So you've got hit point sharing, you've got double the damage, and you've got little tactical maneuvers like this where I say, I'll push up on the left, Rich holds back on the far flank, he's getting shots in there, the IS is looking at me, I pull back, IS is looking back the other way, so I'm getting shots, and they can't cover both targets at once. So you're able to flank, and you're able to attack from different vectors, and it is exactly like a wolf pack, like the way a pack of wolves would hunt, the way they do anything like that. Oh, how hard, mate. We're a tier 7 tank. We have reasonable pen, but nothing like... Look at this mod 1. I mean, I'm lagging, but you can see it's really rubber banding here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it's not good. Look at that mod 1. They're just really tough. Rubber banding all over the place. Actually, that shouldn't be happening with this cable, but it is. Anyway, long story short, we've wolf-packed around the corner. We've cleaned up their back. We've not lost a tank. Rich is going to finish off the mod 1. Then IS6 is the call. We both go straight to the same tank. We're ignoring that IS3. Completely ignoring him because he doesn't have the DPM to chew through Rich's hit points. And we're going to clear the IS6 first, and then we're going to work on the IS3. And it almost seems unfair. And it is one of the reasons why you find really, really good tanks played in tandem, like 2 54 mod 1s, for instance, or 2 Draculas, look at that lag, or 2 LTTBs, or 2 54 lightweights, or 2 T54s, or 2 Object 140s. They can do horrific amounts of damage, and they can really hurt the enemy because they not only get to push around and use all these tactics, they also get to they get to play in the same manner, and they lead the team. They suck the rest of the team in. Now, this is the last game I'm going to show you, and this is the value of voice comms, and I really wish I'd recorded the voice communications for this because... And I think I might actually do a video where you can hear us talking through things, and when we actually drop all the clown stuff and start talking seriously, how much more effective you are. what we're doing here is we're on Castilla. We're pushing up to the top. We've got a bunch of tanks that have gone the other way. So Rich and I are going to come up here, spot tanks, just setting up in case we get a nice, easy look. So far, no good. So thinking, no target spotted. Now, this is a big worry because if there are no targets spotted, that means that we're going to struggle. They've got to be coming down here. There could be at least 4 tanks turning up. Well, let's bail. And I call bail. And Rich gets stuck. He's bailing, but they turn up just as he's leaving. Now, if he was on his own here, he would be in exceptionally bad shape. But what Rich is going to do is he's going to keep them spotted. He's like the bait. He is like the honeypot. He is going to keep them stuck there. Just going to poke out. We're going to spot targets, and we're going to get hits in. And you're going to see them turn up. Now, I've not taken that shot of the Bulldog yet. There's the STA-1. He's looking like a likely target. I don't know where that goes. Rich is still holding the line there. We've got multiples up top. He is completely taking up all their attention. They're trying to get that already damaged Dracula. Rich is just holding strong. He's not putting out any damage, but he's also not taking any damage. He's simply trying to keep them interested. While I pull back behind cover on reloads, I'm taking absolutely no heat whatsoever. I'm going to get hit soon by that Bulldog, but that's only reasonable. Sorry, not by the Bulldog, by the STA-1. They have to eventually get you, so I pull back, and this time I reset my camo. Just waiting. Then we go forward, wait for the shot, get another shot on that STA-1. He's on 283. Rich hasn't put a lot of damage in, and he's taken a couple of hits, but he's allowed me to leverage off his tank and put lots and lots in. And then we make the decision to push forward. We're already a tank down. That STA-1 is low. I'm pretty sure he's going to start hightailing it out of there. There's a Bulldog and there was a T-43, and I'm confident that we can handle both those tanks if we get into them mano a mano. And there is the Bulldog. He's up there. There's the 43. Unlucky. Really would have been nice to get another shot into him. We do. It's a tier 8 game too. So there's a Borsig. There's a couple of decent tanks to watch out for. The STA-1 we've already really taken off the board. There's an IS-6 that's died. Type 62 Dragon can do heaps of DPM, so we're watching out for him, but we'd love to ram him, and then we're pushing. There's some low hit point targets around here. We should have an advantage, and we're off to the races, the both of us. We're looking to mano a mano both the Bulldog and the M41. Now, we both have a bit of an issue here with our auto-aim, which is turned on. We want to finish this T-43, but the Bulldog is still there, and he pops out, and the auto-aim tracks onto him. And you can see, I'm like, bloody hell, just shoot whoever you can get. Rich has exactly the same issue. We go back, start hitting the 43. He's on 28 hit points. Bulldog's left to face the music, and he does. And we finish him off, and it's now 2 on 4 instead of 2 on 5. T-43's down here. We've got a low STA-1, we've got a low T-43, and we both agree that the idea here is to move and get out. So I'm going to push around, Rich is going to come with me, and we're going to try and find that 43. Lovely big power slide there from the Drac. Look at this thing accelerate. Vroom, vroom, vroom. We know where one of them is, somewhere around the cap. So what we're going to do instead is go and split. I'm going to push deep into spawn, all the way through, and look for where I expect the STA-1 or the Borsig to be, which would be sniping from that hill up the top. Rich doesn't have the hit points, so he's going to hold back just a little bit. So if I see anyone, it's going to be me that they see first, me that eats the first shot, and me that then gets one in and takes one back. Excuse me. Richie's seen the T-43. There's the STA-1. Excellent. I'm not sure where that Borsig is. So I'm jiggling and wiggling. I'm very, very worried that there is a German with a 150mm gun somewhere around looking for me. However, that is not the case. We're down to 2 minutes. We've got 3 tanks to get through, but things are starting to look a lot more in focus. We've really wolf-packed well here. We've talked, our communication has been excellent. Richie is going to stop up here at the corner, and I'm going to loiter straight around because I've got 1,017 hit points and Rich has 450. So it's much better for us. if I'm the one that takes the hit. That's exactly what we're going to do here. This SU, I'm going to get him on me. I take the hit. We share the hit points. Rich doesn't even get spotted. There we go. Pulls around the corner. Done. Dusted. We took one shot from that SU. We killed 2 tanks. And it was very, very much by the numbers. Now we're talking about, where's the boss hit? Only got a minute 15 left. I got quite tense here, which is like, oh, I'll go this way through Cap. Said, I've just been down through Cap Rich. He's not there. I've been down through Cap Rich. He's not there. Quite the little hissy fit. So we're going to push around here through the Cap area. And Rich and I are both like, okay, he's not there. He's not in the mill. He's not in the Cap. Where could he be? I was going to go down there, but we can't afford to lose time. And I was worried I was going to hit that tank, that dead tank there. Rich is pushed right around. We're going straight back down here towards our spawn. And the main thought is he's on the hill. He's on the hill. He's not on the hill. And we very nearly come a cropper here. If he had been looking down here and Rich hadn't have spotted him, we would have been in all kinds of trouble. But he missed Rich there. He's dropped the adrenaline, but it's not going to help him. We've got him. We're going to get him with about 10 seconds left on the clock, and the good guys are the winners. And that's it, boys and girls. It's very straightforward. Good communication, good hit point sharing, good decisions can save an abominably bad situation and turn it into a whole lot of fun. As always, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Bushka on Blitz. You subscribe to the channel. You like the videos. I'll be doing another podcast this week. I've done a patron-only podcast already this week, and I did a patron-only video that was very, very cool. Something I think you'll really enjoy if you're a patron. Go and look at it because, well, I'll put a little snippet of it right here. My good mate Simon T actually renamed the Patreon Telegram channel Learning How to Draw Arrows, and it's a tactical video where I discuss stuff. I'll shut up for a sec. Around here, but you are more or less completely disregarding this whole section of the map over here. You don't really care about that because from that area there, it is very hard to put any kind of shot in to this area up here. So if you like that dry stuff that's pure tactics and you are in Patreon, make sure you go and check the sponsors only section of the website, bushkaonblitz.com. Put your password in there or look on the Patreon website because I did post it there. And I want everyone to start seeing this. I'm going to do a lot more of that stuff. I will start using that tool as well. It's called Coach's Eye for some of my Blitz videos when we get a little bit drier and tactical. So don't fret if you're not a member of Patreon. There will be videos similar to that coming out on other topics. It's been great lately. There's been a huge uptick in Blitz. We went over 520,000 views in the last 28 days the other day, and about 1,400 subscribers for the last 28 days when I checked this morning. So that's a big pickup from where we were after 3.8, and it's good to see that things are on the mend again. Anyway, until next time, boys and girls, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm Bushka on Blitz. Look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield.